Hello, this is going to be a short series on just basic object-oriented design in Java. To kind of just start off, we're going to make a very simple university subsystem. We are here in OneNote at the moment. I will not be writing any code in this particular video. We're just going to kind of plan our code out. So this is not going to be a fully functioning university. It will be just bare kind of essential things to kind of get off the ground, have a framework to build maybe more off of as we go down the line. But to start out, this is just going to be a one campus system. So I am going to say, this is going to be somewhat UML. It won't be perfect UML either, because I am doing this a little bit from memory. But we are just going to start with a university object right off the bat. And universities have a few things. First off, universities do tend to have names, so I'm just going to give it a quick, I believe, private string. That's not how string is spelled. We'll just call it name, simple enough. We're going to have a, let's see, what do universities have? Universities have professors, so let's say some kind of list of professors, which is an object we'll make in a moment. It will have somewhere between 0 and infinite professors. We'll just call that professor list. Then we'll have something similar for students as well. We'll call that student list. Like so. We're just going to scooch some stuff around real quick because it will bother me if it's not at least somewhat centered altogether. And let's see, what else do we have? Pen, please, lovely. Does that cover us for universities? For now, yes. And for the purposes of this diagram, I'm going to assume getters and setters. So for like every attribute, I'm not going to say, okay, we have to set, we need a public method set name, and a public method get name for everything. I'm not going to do that. If there's some special functionality in a particular part, I will do that. But we will cross that bridge when we get there. This will all be setter and getter type things for university. It's going to just be adding and removing professors and students from the list and then setting the name initially, probably just in the constructor when we get about to writing it. So, yeah. And that's a university. We've already declared two types here, professors and students, so let's start handling those. So we will have some kind of professor object. That is not how professor is spelled. I can't spell today. I apologize. Let's see. Professor object. They're also going to have a name. Apologies, that's me bumping my Wacom tablet. I don't know if that came up. Probably did. Professors have names. Professors will have schedules. So what are we going to call that? Let's call that, what should we call this? Let's call those objects like date time. So every professor will have a list of date-time objects that will serve as their schedule. Professors will have, they will have a department. So we'll make that its own object as well. We'll just call that professor department. I'm going to call it prof department. Like so. And professors need to be paid something, so we'll give them, let's give them a double salary, actually. Like so. And then once more, these will be getter and setter type objects, so I'm not going to stress about writing all of the methods out. For the purposes of what we'll write later, they will exist. I'm just not writing them right now. And professors are in universities. Universities aren't necessarily composed of professors, though, so I'm just going to do a very basic association between these two, like so. And we're going to have another go for students. No, student is the object name. Most of this will actually be about the same. So we're going to have a string name, a date time list for their schedule, they will also have departments. Which we'll call student department. We're not paying the students. Students do have tuitions, though, which we will also call a double. What am I missing? Yes, they also have some number of credits they have completed. So we'll say int not how credit is spelled. And we'll have an integer for total required credits to finish the degree. All of this will be getters and setters as well. And I believe that covers everything. Yes. Lovely. And a similar deal to before with professors. Universities not made of professors or anything like that, so we're just going to draw a simple association line because they are associated with one another. University professor student. We did declare date, time, and department objects, but we're going to actually come back to that, I think, because I would like to make a course object as well. So I should probably actually, will OneNote cooperate with me doing this? Reasonably, okay. I can live with it. So we're also going to have a list of courses that exist in the university. Do I agree with that? No, I lied to you. Because the departments are going to hold the courses. That is going to be the way we do this. It does make sense to have the whole university manage every single course that's in the university. So we're going to come off over here and make courses. I will scroll over. Lovely. So we will have, again, string name. Courses will also have daytime lists because courses have to happen at times, and they will have schedules. Let's say they have some number of credits too. So this is worth some number of credits. Let's call it credit hours. Lovely. Courses have departments too. Almost missed that. This is where our diagram starts getting a little bit sloppy. Because, oh, that's interesting. The way we've written this, courses are unlinked to anything that presently exists. So now is the time to write departments. I don't need to do that. I don't know why I keep doing that. So let's make a department class as well. Maybe I will stop bumping the Wacom menu eventually. So that'll have a string for a name as well. It will have a student list. That's just a 0, an ellipsis, and an asterisk, by the way. That is the UML way of saying that this is a list of objects, or a list of whatever. In this case, it's a list of students, somewhere between 0 and any possible number. So between 0 and infinity, that is how many students will be in this department at any given time. So student list, we'll call that. We'll do the same for professors. And for courses, actually. Because departments will have certain courses they teach. You wouldn't expect an engineering department to teach law classes. Just go with that for the time being. That's not going to be legible later, so we're just going to fix that up now. Like so. Departments have courses, professors, students. That works out perfectly. And now we can draw a few more associations. So courses and departments are associated because every course has a department. Students and professors also both have departments, so we're just going to draw that in like so. And for now, this is going to be the really kind of gross framework we work with. Actually, I thought of one more thing we should add in here. Just going to scooch all that down. Okay. We're also going to have a list of departments at the university level. I'm just going to call it dep list, short for department. We're going to rebuild those association lines. And now we have an association between university and departments as well. There's an argument that that's a composition kind of relationship as well, that a university is composed of departments. Which way does the diamond go on that? I believe it's an open diamond facing down, so I'm going to draw that first. I might have that wrong. But yes, this is going to be the system we start out with. This does not cover everything that would ever happen in the university, obviously. There are no classrooms here. There's no non-professor staff members. There's no, like, worker positions, that kind of thing. But this is a beginning framework to just start making a system out of. And next time we will do just that. We will start that.